Hey guys, welcome back to my next art book preview video. This week I've just got my hands on some more Budroots Cavewoman cover gallery books. You can see that I managed to get issue 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So for this video I'm thinking that we'll go through book 1 and 2. So this is number 1, quick look at the front there. These are like comic books, so you can see from the thickness there. So there's not really a lot going on the backs. I will say that issue 1 and 2 do seem to be a little bit thicker than the other ones, so 3, 4 and 5. And I do already have a book video on number 4 where I've shown that one before, so I'll put links in the description box below and I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, I managed to get my hands on these ones even though I already had issue 4, which meant I have 2 copies, so I'm going to sell one of those on. But yeah, it's pretty cool that I've got them all. For those that are unaware, there is a bigger book, like a hardback book where it's got like full colour. I do have a video on that one, so again I'll put links to that in the description box below this video. I am going to be keeping it relatively short by just showing these two though. This one in particular, I'm not sure when it was made, but I can tell compared to some of the other books I own by Budroot that this one is definitely, well, older, I guess. You can see in his drawing style there's still some incredible drawings. But I do believe that you can see, even in this first book actually, you can see how his art skill progresses on drawing his character Miriem. So I do think they become better as they go along. That being said, this first issue is quite thick compared to, as I say, 3, 4 and 5. I don't know the exact page counts, but yeah, 1 and 2 are definitely thicker. And I should probably have given a nudity warning as well at the beginning of this video. I think if you're watching this, you already know probably a little bit about Budroot and you know what to expect. Dinosaurs and very busty girls. As you probably noticed, the front cover is colour and then the insides are black and white. Again, some of these are good, but I do think this first one, you can see a difference in the development of his style or his artistic skill in comparison with his recent stuff. Probably best showing that way. As the name suggests, these are obviously like comic book covers. I've never actually read a Cavewoman comic, but yeah, as I was saying, there is probably going to be some nudity. This page, for example. This first book, actually, there isn't a lot of nudity in, but I know the other ones there are, but I'm just giving a warning just in case, because we all know YouTube does not like boobs. It's definitely interesting to see some of these other styles, like this one here, a more painterly style, assuming that is Bud's work. And the print quality is okay on these. Again, they're black and white. They're not as good as like the newer books that Bud prints that I do have videos on. So again, I'll put links in the description box below. But some of the hardback full colour one, for example, is really nice. Awesome book. And there's also these prehistoric pin-up books, which are, again, like comic book thickness. Black and white inside, these kind of books. You can see already that his style has sort of developed from the beginning of the book. So I'm kind of guessing that this is in order. It may just be coincidence. But yeah, these prehistoric pin-up books, I've actually got a video on one of those as well. I'll show that in a second. And I hope that my lighting is okay as usual, because it is quite difficult on these. There's not a huge range in values on the levels of black to white on this book. In person it's absolutely fine, don't get me wrong, but I know on camera it might be difficult, so I'll probably have to edit the contrast a little bit. Hopefully not make the lighting too weird or anything like that. So yeah, Miriem, or Cavewoman, is of course Budroot's character. I haven't read the comics, but I am a big fan of Bud's artwork. I do love pin-up girls, pin-up artwork, and I love stylized art. But that's it for book 1. Let's take a look at book 2. But before we do, don't forget I already have a video on book 4 because I already had this one that I recorded in an earlier video, as well as Prehistoric Pin-Ups issue 5. So check that out. Again, links below. Okay, so on to Budroot's Cavewoman cover gallery 2. A quick look at the front there. It's pretty cool. He's got the full colour versions of the covers in the background as well. It's a shame that they're not full colour inside, because that would have been awesome. I'm actually just going to prop something behind that. I should have done that earlier. It's always a little bit better for the lighting. This second book, as mentioned, does contain some nudity, so I'm going to try and cover it, unfortunately. But just another warning just in case. So far we've had a different illustration on every page, but I know from flicking through this one and from looking at book 4 in the past that quite often it has the illustration on the left, or the regular cover on the left, and then like the nude version on the right, or the mature version. So I've got my spare piece of packaging that I had lying around here to cover some bits. But yeah, I understand that this kind of artwork isn't for everybody. Whenever I post videos like this, I do sometimes get people that are a little bit offended. I get it, it's not everyone's cup of tea. But personally, I must admit, I do really like Bud's work. And there is a Facebook group, by the way, which I'm a member of. So if you want any of his new books, that's the best place to contact him or, find out how he's selling them, because he doesn't sort of use social media much himself. So it's quite difficult to follow him and get the latest updates and whatnot. So that is what I would recommend. And I will put links to all those kind of things in the description box below. So there's a good example of the regular version on the left and then the sort of nude version or the mature version on the right. And I know that a lot of my videos that are pin-up art videos, because I do like pin-up art, do seem to do well. So I'm assuming a lot of you guys do like these kind of artworks as well. And sorry for the low budget censoring. It can take quite a while to edit these videos just to blur things out. So I'm doing a quick job here to save me quite a lot of time on editing. But if you do like this kind of artwork, not just Bud Root's work, but just in general you like pin-ups, I do have absolutely loads of art books, even if you don't like pin-ups. So definitely check out some of my other book preview videos. I've got almost 200 books now. Definitely a bit addicted to buying artist sketchbooks and similar. I would be very interested in hearing from you guys that are fans of Bud's if there are any other art books that I'm sort of missing. As mentioned, they're quite limited when he prints them, so it's not like something you can just get hold of on Amazon. And I'm not in the US to be able to catch Bud in person at a convention. And we're almost at the end here. I have skipped a few pages, but I wanted to show this one because I thought that one was really high detail. So yeah, one of my favourites in these books. But that's pretty much it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so I can keep making more content like this. Thank you for watching.